Hello, everybody. This is Zach from Troll Sports. This is just a weekly review on this week's in sports, basically. Um, First, going to start off with the NASCAR race. As many people may know, it was a very, very, very wild race from start to finish. There was just a lot that was happening, a lot going on the track. It was just absolute madness. We all know that Matt Kenseth was suspended for 2 races. However, I believe the appeal will happen tomorrow, so we'll wait to hear from that. Um, so want to go back to that to the race. As I said, crazy race from start to finish. Um, the whole thing with Matt Kenseth, I really believe, started when I believe it was Keselowski just basically dumped uh, Kenseth. It also took out Kurt Busch, and it was just insane. And I watched a video that NASCAR and Fox had put out on their Facebook page, and a lot of teams were just having a rough day. It seemed like it was a really rough day for a lot of teams, and who knew what would happen later on. It was just a matter of time before somebody lost their cool and something like this would happen. Now, the Kenseth and Logano incident was not the only thing that happened. There was also an incident between David Gilliland and Danica Patrick. Danica Patrick was fined $50,000 for this incident, and however, she is not suspended, even though she was attempting the same act as Kenseth did. It was still an intentional wreck, and even Danica's spotter quoted that it was stupid. Danica just said sorry. But I mean, it just amazes me that even Danica Patrick's spotter said that, it was stupid. And you know what? I completely agree that, and I'm also gonna use something that Denny Hamlin said over the radio. Denny Hamlin had gone on and said, "Well, what does our sport come to? It's it's basically effed up." Uh, and I totally agree with him. I don't know where this sport's going either. I think NASCAR, in my opinion, has to do a better job. Um, I must say, I'm gonna go back to the Logano Kenseth incident. I really think that uh, Logano got what he deserved because Kenseth, I believe, is really the reason that excuse me, Logano is really the reason Kenseth is not in the chase, in my opinion, because I understand that there was a lot going on, before that, like when Kenseth went to block Logano, which I thought was a clean block. I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. I think Logano just got a little impatient and just punted Kenseth. Now, Logano had the faster car, and Kenseth had every right to defend the lead like the way he did, because who doesn't want to win a race? However, I mean, I think Logano probably should have backed off and been a little more patient, even though it was in the closing stages of the race. He could have at least been a little more patient, in my opinion. I know others may not think that, but I believe that this is really what screwed Matt Kenseth out of a championship. So, and there was even an incident at Talladega where Logano came down on him as they were entering pit road, and that, I think, just made things worse. I know nothing really happened at Talladega. That's such a big track. You really shouldn't be playing games there to begin with, and thankfully nobody did. Just considering that the drivers need to be safe, and you don't want anybody getting hurt. Not a good track to be playing games at, but it's but I tell you what, when Logano got wrecked by Kenseth, uh, while Logano was trying to lap him, I honestly, as I said, I thought Joey got what he deserved. It was I. I believe that this is a good way to entertain fans, but I mean, sometimes intentional wrecking can go a little too far. I don't want to say Kenseth went too far, but I also don't want to say that it was the best thing that he's done. And believe me, I know he's gained a whole lot of fans after this incident. And I'm gonna admit I was one of them because I thought Joey got what he deserved. That's what happens when you play games, and I guess karma got him back. So, yeah, as I said, everyone can. It's your opinion. Think what you want to think, but this is how I feel about it. So now I'm gonna move on to the World Series. I must say I was happy to see Kansas City win. I thought that they were gonna win to begin with. As a Phillies fan, I know how good the Mets are, and I know how bad the Phillies were this year. It was just it seemed like every time a Mets batter was up, especially David Wright and Daniel Murphy, I just think, wow, these guys are just total Phillies killers, and especially the pitching, like Syndergaard, DeGrom, and Matt Harvey were all just Phillies killers this year. But I still didn't think the Mets were that good, and to be honest, I really didn't think they'd make it past the NLDS. I thought the Dodgers were the better team there, and and to be honest, I don't even know if the Royals should have been in the World Series, considering they almost lost the ALDS. Just a lot of crazy things happening. So that was just crazy. And congrats to Kansas City. It's cool how they made it there, second year in a row. They have a great front office. They have a great organization, and I believe that they were the team that really deserved to win this. And real happy for their fans, real happy for the whole organization. So, great job, Kansas City. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Now moving on to the NFL. I must say that there were some pretty good games this week. One of them that I was able to watch was the New Orleans and Kansas City, or not Kansas City. What am I thinking? Even though Kansas City went to London. I meant New Orleans and New York. I'm so sorry about that, guys. But New Orleans and New York Giants going at it. And I must say, what an awesome game. Man, I'm kind of speechless. And yeah, it's crazy. But the thing that really got to me was a lot of the injuries this week. And the one that caught my attention was when Ricardo Lockett was hit. Not exactly sure who hit him, but I must say, Des Bryant is a coward. You should not wish injury upon anybody. That to me is just ridiculous, and not just him, but whoever was like saying that Ricardo Lockett deserved to get hurt. That's just brutal. You guys, I mean, whoever's part of that Dallas team, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. And I mean, and to be honest, I just couldn't believe how many people were injured. It was just absolutely crazy. And I don't know. I'll try to get you the list of names who were hurt. So and I believe I have a list right here. So yeah, I'm not saying the Texans are bad, but they're not having that great of a season. Arian Foster, torn Achilles. He's out for the season. The Redskins lost Ryan Kerrigan. Huge loss for them as well. They also lost D'Angelo Hall. Also another linebacker, Mason Foster. And then for the Lions, they lost Matt Stafford. I thought that's probably, I don't think it's major if it's his left hand, but you never know. Also, the Browns lost their quarterback, Josh McCown, and tomorrow night, I believe, Manziel is supposed to start. So It's just unbelievable. I believe this. Yes, the Steelers did lose Le'Veon Bell. Another major loss. This is just insane. And then, as we all know, Ricardo Lockett was also injured. And also for the Ravens, I believe Steve Smith Sr. was also injured, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it is just, I must say, I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. I mean, players are just dropping like flies, and to be honest, I'm sure it's leaving a lot of people concerned. And who knows what's going to happen. I hope the NFL can maybe do something to make these players safer, but I really don't know if there is any way to I don't know if there's any way to fix it. I mean, think I really think that the refs need to throw more flags for helmet-to-helmet contact. I'm not necessarily happy with the referees throwing as many flags for holds and such as I have been, but you know, it's you just really can't predict much in this league. So it's we just don't know. We'll just have to hope these players can recover quick and get back into the game. But I mean, it's just a shame to see so many players injured. I mean, it's just nuts. So anyway, that's about all I have. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I'm sorry about uploading this video so late in the week, and I wasn't really crazy about getting everything in all at once. But try to do a better job of that. I'll do some previews for this week in the NFL, and I'll also do a NASCAR racing preview this week. So expect that. Expect those two videos. The football one should be out maybe by tomorrow afternoon, and the NASCAR one possibly Friday or Saturday. So expect those. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and hope you subscribe. Hope you give this video a like, and see you next time, guys. Peace out.